ただいまより
Ladies and gentlemen, now we'd like to start the Innovative City Forum. The major theme of this forum is designing life for future. And we have leading experts from all around the world who are the experts in designs, leading-edge technology, urban development, art and creative field, as well as economy and industries. And we are going to have the active exchange of opinions and discussion sessions transcending the borderline between the fields. So first of all, we would like to welcome Heizo Takenaka, Professor of Toyo University, Professor Emeritus of Keio University, Chairman Institute of Urban Strategies of the Mori Memorial Foundation, as well as the President of Academyhills, Professor Heizo Takenaka. Now, Mr. Takenaka, please.
Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction. My name is Heizo Takenaka. This is the 5th Innovative City Forum. I'm very happy that we have been able to realize this event. This is the 5th Innovative City Forum, and I believe this is a memorable year. Because when we started this in 2013 and 2003, 10 years prior to that was the year in which the Roppongi Hills was opened. So to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Roppongi Hills, the event started in 2003. And this is the 5th year that we are holding this event. In addition to this event, Innovative City ranking has been announced, and the ranking will be announced this afternoon. And this is the 10th time that we are going to be announcing the ranking. So it is a memorable anniversary year on the part of our committee. We felt that Innovative City Forum requires innovation as well. That is the reason why we've tried to be creative this year. As already mentioned by the MC, we are transcending areas and disciplines. Multi-stakeholder discussion will be taking place. And in this context, we would like to think about the future. 10 days from now, we will have the general elections in Japan. But we are not looking at 10 days down the road. We are talking about 10 years, 20 years down the road. And we will discuss the city environment in that context in an enthusiastic manner. We have many guests from both Japan and overseas, and we have such a wonderful turnout from very early hours of the morning. So we are very happy that we are able to hold this forum in this way. There is also a unique characteristics for this year's forum. The more than 70 people will be coming onto the stage. Last year, it was about half, 35. So it is not just the experts giving presentations, but we would like to hold interactive sessions. That is how the program has been arranged. We want everybody to participate. Tomorrow, we will have a brainstorming session to enable this process. Everyone will participate in the brainstorming, and the themes that we have taken up is the fourth industry context. How will the city change in the fourth industrialization age? You are all participants. So let's not think about 10 days out, but 10 years, 20 years down the road, let's take an intellectual journey together. And today is the 12th of October. This is when Columbus discovered the Americas, and that is where the New World began. So I hope that this event will lead to your journey of intellectual episode. Please enjoy the 3-day event. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Professor Takenaka, thank you very much. Next, on behalf of the co-organizer, we would like to welcome the greetings by Hiroyasu Ando, President of the Japan Foundation. Mr. Ando, please. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, the season has come once again to host this innovative city forum this year. So it is indeed a great pleasure for us at the Japan Foundation to be able to hold a Asia Center session together with the Institute for Urban Strategies of the Mori Memorial Foundation, the Mori Art Museum, and Academyhills. Well, since 2 weeks ago, I was on a business trip visiting New York City, Paris, and London, and Mr. Takenaka just mentioned about the ranking of the cities, and I have observed that all these cities have their own characteristics and features. And among these cities, I can say that Tokyo is one of the leading innovative cities, and it is at the leading edge in terms of the urban culture and attracting attention from the world, and at the same time it continues to communicate its own uniqueness and messages from Tokyo. So Innovative City Forum here is the opportunity to discuss on the topics regarding the cities and the roles to be played by Tokyo. And I would like to continue paying attention to what will be discussed at this forum. And as you may know, the Japan Foundation Asia Center was established in 2014 in order to strengthen the exchanges with Asian countries in the field of culture. So by the year 2020, the year of Tokyo Olympics and Paralympic Games, we will be focusing upon the Japanese language education, audiovisual, performing arts, fine arts, sports, as well as intellectual exchanges together with Southeast Asian countries. So this is supposed to be the two-way cultural exchange forum, and so that we can expand the network with Asia. And Asia, as you know, is full of young energy and creativity, which brings about the affluence to their society, and their innovative the trend and development is quite remarkable in Asia. This is the area we have to continue looking at and focusing upon, and our Asian Center is the forum to introduce the front line of creative activities in Asia. That is the reason why we participated in this innovative the city forum. This marks the fourth Asian the presentation that we have. And on the last day of this the forum, on the day 3, on the 14th of October, whole afternoon will be devoted to the session of Asian Center, and we are going to invite the leading experts transcending the borderline between the nations and the academic fields to conduct the broad range of the discussions. And I'd like to invite all of you to the Asian session as well. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Mr. Ando. Now, we would like to start the city brainstorming session. I would like to ask Professor Takenaka, Professor Ichikawa, and Director Nanjo, as well as Director Ito of the program committee to come onto the stage. Thank you very much. This is the brainstorming session amongst the program committee members. We hope that we can provide a platform which will be useful for the discussions to follow. I'm sure they need no introduction. This is Joichi Ito, Director of the MIT Media Lab. and Mr. Nanjo, the director of Mori Art Museum. Professor Ichikawa of Meiji University. He is also Executive Director, Institute of Urban Strategies of the Mori Memorial Foundation. Do you have these devices in your hands? We would like you to participate. We would like to conduct a survey using this device so that we can establish a platform which will be useful for discussion. Let's experiment. Thank you very much for coming so early in the morning. If you feel sleepy, please press 1. Or if you feel very refreshed, please press 2. This is early in the morning. If you're sleepy, 1. If you're in good spirits, if you feel alive, number 2. To 9 to 10 people have responded. We now have 211 responses. Let's show the result. I'm surprised that so many people are feeling sleepy. I press 1. So older people tend to be sleepy, but this is only a test. This is not a health checkup. So let's go to the first question. Now, the 3 program committee members, Professor Ichikawa, and Director Nanjo, and Director Ito, we would like to ask them to talk about how we can improve the city. So they have given a policy speech if you became a governor as well as Prime Minister of Japan. So I'd like to start off with Professor Ichikawa. I did think about this question, and let me elaborate. Tokyo needs a crown because we are considered to be a major city, but Paris is famous for flowers as well as fashion, and Broadway is important for New York, and London is a financial city. Tokyo has a population of 37 million, but there is no representative phrase for Tokyo, so we need a crown. We need to have that. Do you have an example for that? Yes, I think I can share the hint tomorrow in the morning session. Nanjo-san, please. This is very easy. We have to spend more money on culture. It's still limited. Tokyo, as well as for the national government, cultural budget is very limited. Compared to other countries, we are behind. And there is a lack of museums in Tokyo. If you go to Paris and London, there are segmented museums. There could be architectural museum, there could be a movie museum, design museum, but we don't have specialized museums in Tokyo. We need more. Same for theaters as well. Concert halls are lacking in number as well. We need to allocate more funding for this area. We have to show that it is a creative city. There is a creative industry. That is why people are gathering. And by having creative people come to Tokyo, it will revitalize the economy. So if you want to revitalize the economy, you have to spend money on culture. Thank you very much. We need to spend more money on culture. Thank you very much for your comment. Now, Ito-san, please. Why aren't you included here? Why aren't you participating in the survey? But at any rate, autonomous driving, when it is introduced, traffic accidents will be gone. And 1.3 million people are dying from traffic accidents. It's not good for the environment either. So there is a call to introduce autonomous driving. And at my laboratory, we had a survey recently to most people are saying that if one person's sacrifice can have safety for others, it should be realized. But it should not be regulated by the government, and people will not buy such a car. But if we have self-driving cars, and if we put this in the hands of private sector, people will not buy, and the government will not regulate. How can we have the right ethics in place for autonomous driving, and how can we change the culture? It's also important. This is the same for biogenetics as well as augmented reality. and other areas as well. We have to think about safety as well as culture in the overall context. It is not either private sector or government. I think more in our Innovation City Forum, we have to have discussions amongst the industry, the government, as well, between the industry, government, as well as academia. Thank you very much. In the area of internet, I think we already have that in place.
彼らが今助けをかけてですね。
So, ladies and gentlemen, well, please vote to these people. So, Professor Ichikawa, well, he mentioned that the Tokyo wants to have some kind of crown or the title for Tokyo, and the director Nanjo said that we need to invest more on the art, and the director Ito mentioned about the multifaceted approach, not just the government and the private sector. So, which one do you prefer? So, please vote on one of these candidates.
はい、200人来ました。
So we reached 200 voters, 210. So how about the result? Well, Mr. Nanjo, congratulations, you won. You won the election. Maybe I should run for the prime minister position. So the spending more money on the investing in art, so the culture. So please keep this as the background information. Well, Mr. Ichikawa, well, Professor Ichikawa. So you did not specify which title or which crown do you want for Tokyo, and maybe you mentioned that you want to wait for the result of tomorrow's session. But let us move on to the second question. So Professor Ichikawa. Well, they actually came up with this question. So how would you like Tokyo in 2035 to be perceived by people around the world? So the sophisticated, that is number one, sophisticated city, Tokyo. Or unique city, Tokyo, advanced city, Tokyo, number three. And number four is historical city of Tokyo. So what kind of Tokyo would you like to create? So the 1, 2, 3, 4, it's easy. So please select one out of these four, because this is a question from Professor Ichikawa. So ladies and gentlemen, please push your answer by using your device.
皆さん押すの早いですね、すごく。
You're very quick. Your response is very quick. You don't think much about the answer, or you are a quick responder. Well, this is quite interesting. And how about the result? Okay. So by far the largest people voted for number 2, unique city. And the second is sophisticated city, Tokyo. Historical aspect received a very low number, which is rather unexpected. But Professor Ichikawa, how do you see this result? So unique. Well, this is the common topic about the title of Tokyo. So what is the characteristics of Tokyo? And advanced. Well, as Mr. Ito mentioned, technology progresses, and 20 years from now is going to be quite important. But the historical, I don't know the reason, but we have a lot of history already in Tokyo. So maybe we don't pay much attention to the historical background of Tokyo. Last year, Professor Ichikawa played the central role in the understanding the image of cities. And Tokyo, the image of Tokyo is currently, it is very crowded. And we want to have another uniqueness. But what kind of uniqueness is suitable for Tokyo? Well, it is up to the discussion tomorrow. So let's wait for another session to solve that question.
Now, in order to realize the creative city, what should be promoted? Is it the traditional culture and arts, or new culture and arts? This is a question from Nanjo-san. So we only have two choices. I only provided two answers, so it's one or the other. But the answer is going to be discussed by Dr. Keio Hara. And Hara-san is going to give a keynote presentation. I'm sure that he'll provide the answer. So for this question, there are only two choices. You are being tested. One is traditional culture and arts. Second is new culture and arts. Please respond. Thank you. So let's see the answer. New culture is the larger response. I thought that would be the response, but I'm surprised that the difference is very small. They are competing against each other. There is history in Tokyo, but compared to Nara and Kyoto, it doesn't have much in terms of history. So I thought that the new culture will be further emphasized here. So this is expected, but the impression is that it was rather close. So let's go to the fourth question.
これは伊藤社長。
So this is the question proposed by Mr. Ito. So if you want to be able to enhance your body functions, which part or which parts would you like to enhance? Number 1 is brain, number 2 body, number 3 both of them, and number 4 neither. So you don't want to augment any part of your body or any functions of your body. That's number 4. This appears a little difficult to answer, but anyway, well, we will ask the audience to respond to this question. So, ladies and gentlemen, please select either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, the one out of these 4, please. So, I thought this was a very interesting, unique question, but how about the result? So, both. And then, as for brain and body, brain received more votes. And more than 10% said that the neither. So, what's your reaction? In US, for example, talking about the augmentation, well, many people are against this idea of augmentation because of the ethical point of view. But the Christianity, Judaism, and the way of thinking is not so prevailing in Japan. So looking at the animation, for example, well, the augmentation of the body function is already part of the animations, for example. So I thought, well, the Japanese people are more willing to accept the augmentation. And US neither should be much higher in proportion. But I would like to talk about this particular topic in the afternoon. This is related to ethics and the very the significant and profound the viewpoint. And so the brain and the body. So brain received more numbers and higher percentage. So what's your view? So this particular audience today, probably many of you are more interested in brain type enhancement. So they feel that their brain function is weaker than they want. So that is the reason. Well, anyway, so we prepared the questions for you to answer. And the program committee, we had a number of meetings. And in order to make this session more enjoyable, we conducted a lot of discussions. So lastly, we would like to welcome the comment from each of the participants. What is your expectation to this forum? Could you please talk a little bit about your expectation? So first of all, Professor Ichikawa, please.
Now, this is the fifth year we are holding this event. In the beginning, we talked about the culture, biotechnology, and city environment, how it's going to change, was discussed. And the conclusion is to go toward the next step by integrating all these factors. We have not done this in the past, but this initiative at the Roppongi-Hills is very important in that regard. Now, at a certain level, we have everything, whether it is Tokyo or in other cities. So we have a convenient life. But we have to look toward the next step. It could be culture. It could be something new. Somebody has to communicate this. And in that regard, this forum is where we would like to generate something new. It's similar to uniqueness. We hope that we can communicate from Roppongi of Tokyo. to the world, and which is compelling and relevant for everyone in the world. That is our ambition. We are struggling, but we hope to work with you to talk about the next city and to make sure that Tokyo can realize this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the city ranking announcement will take place this afternoon, so please be posted on that. And Mr. Nanjo, yes, I'm quite interested in technology and technology development. There is no, we have never been able to stop the trend of technological development in the past. And then humanity. Well, if we lose humanity as we develop technology, then that will lead to a very unfortunate and unhappy future. So the culture, art, and others. Together with the development of technology, we have to make sure that the arts and culture shall also be enhanced. And that is the basic, the foundation or the basic principle behind this forum. That's how I view this forum. Having said that, well, all these difficult the factors and elements are intertwined in a very complex manner, and it is quite difficult to entangle them one by one. But this afternoon, well, the symbiosis is the one big topic this afternoon. So something that is foreign or something that is different, well, we shall accept it. And all these different matters and elements and factors shall live together. And our heaven or the enhancement and is the key in the accepting all these different factors and elements and let them exist together and in the symbiosis. So that's the wonderful view for the future. So this afternoon, well, Mr. Nanjo prepared the session this afternoon, and he said that he doesn't understand what's going to come out from the discussion this afternoon. It's going to be quite challenging, but we have a high expectation.
Ito-san, please. Technology is making advancements, and it can't be stopped. And technology, nations, and private sectors are emphasized. But I think ultimately it is culture that is more important, because technology could go the wrong way. But if we have a good culture, it would be... we would not, if culture was not in place, we would not have been able to introduce electric vehicles. So culture should be reflected in technological innovation development. And in the context of culture, communication must be made. A discussion is very important. This is forum, but we have experts from different areas, so we have to translate that into culture and communicate from Tokyo to the world. Thank you very much. Ito-san has talked about culture. That's very refreshing, very impressive that you have emphasized culture, Dr. Ito. As Ito-san has mentioned, you are experts in different fields. I hope it isn't as if we can come to a conclusion in this forum, but we hope that we can provoke you, we can stimulate you in this forum so that you can have takeaways, so that you can utilize these takeaways to improve the city as well as society. I think that is the objective of the Innovative City Forum. Innovative city is very important. Schumpeter talked about innovation first and foremost, and it's a combination of different factors bringing about innovation. It's the same for cities as well. There are diverse views, diverse talent, diverse people coming together to create a city. And that is the reason why innovation can be generated from cities. Another important role of the city is in the context of new lifestyles. That is also the important role of city, to propose new lifestyles to people. I hope that new technologies, new ideas, and new trends such as the Industry 4.0 can be discussed at this forum. I hope you can enjoy the discussions of this forum. And we will be having outstanding keynote presentations, and we'll have breakout sessions in the afternoon. Please enjoy the program this year.
Thank you very much. Now, please.